There are paintings that show fear, and there are paintings that become fear. Henry Fuseli's The Nightmare belongs to the second kind. It is not a painting you simply look at, it is a painting that looks back at you. When it was first revealed in 1781, people were stunned. They had never seen anything so disturbing, so intimate, so strangely familiar. Some viewers were fascinated, others were horrified. But all of them felt the same thing, a quiet, creeping sense that this painting was not just an image, but an experience. Because the nightmare captures something universal, that invisible weight on your chest at night, that breathless panic in the dark, that presence you can't explain, the nightmare that visits everyone no matter who they are. At the center of the painting lies a young woman dressed in a flowing white gown. Her body is limp, her head thrown back, her arms hanging helplessly over the edge of the bed. Her posture is dramatic, almost theatrical, but not in a peaceful way. Her body curves backward in a way that suggests not rest, but surrender. Her face is pale, her lips slightly parted, her eyes hidden beneath the shadow of unconsciousness. She looks as if she is trapped between two worlds, caught in the space between sleep and waking, between safety and terror. This is not peaceful sleep. This is captivity. Today we might call this moment sleep paralysis, a terrifying state where the mind wakes up but the body cannot move, a moment when the brain's deepest fears take shape in the darkness. Fuseli captured that moment long before science had a name for it. And sitting on the woman's chest is the source of her terror. A small, muscular, grotesque creature, an incubus, a demon from ancient folklore. A being said to visit sleepers at night, to sit on their chest, to steal their breath, to feed on their fear, and to embody their darkest, most forbidden desires. The incubus doesn't look at the woman, it looks at you. Its eyes are wide, unblinking, filled with a strange predatory intelligence, as if it knows something about you, as if it recognizes your fears, as if it is waiting. This is the psychological brilliance of the painting. The viewer becomes part of the nightmare. The boundary between art and reality dissolves. The incubus is not just a demon, it is a symbol, a manifestation of suppressed emotions, unspoken desires, unresolved trauma, and the shadow self. The parts of us we try to hide, even from ourselves. Behind the curtains, a ghostly horse's head emerges from the darkness. Its eyes are wide and white, frozen in a look of pure terror. This horse is not a normal animal. It is a symbol of panic, of dread, of the moment when a dream turns into a nightmare. The word nightmare itself comes from the Old English mare, a malevolent spirit that torments sleepers. Fuseli didn't just paint a nightmare, he painted the origin of the word. The horse watches silently, as if it has witnessed countless horrors and carries them in its hollow gaze. Some believe the horse represents the sudden intrusion of fear into the mind. Others see it as a symbol of the subconscious bursting through the curtains of sleep. Whatever it represents, its presence is chilling. Henry Fuseli himself was a man drawn to the shadows. He was not interested in polite portraits or gentle landscapes. He was fascinated by the subconscious, by dreams, desires, fears, and the forbidden. And behind this painting lies a personal story. Fuseli was deeply in love with a woman who did not return his feelings. He wrote passionate letters to her, dreamed of her obsessively, and fell into despair when she rejected him. Some art historians believe the woman in the painting is the very woman he loved, and the incubus, a twisted reflection of Fuseli himself. If this interpretation is true, then the nightmare is not just a painting, it is a confession. A portrait of unrequited desire mutating into darkness. When the painting was first shown, it caused a scandal. People were shocked by the limp body of the woman, the demonic creature, the eerie horse, and the unsettling mixture of fear and sensuality. It was too much for the polite society of the time, too erotic, too violent, too psychological, too honest. But that honesty was exactly what made it unforgettable. People returned again and again to stare at the painting, unable to look away, because deep down everyone recognized something familiar, their own fear, their own darkness, their own nightmares. Modern psychology sees this painting as a visual map of the subconscious, a map of sleep paralysis, night terrors, repressed desires, subconscious fears, and the shadow self. Fuseli painted this long before Freud, long before Jung, long before psychology had a name for the things that haunt us in the dark. That is why the nightmare feels timeless. It speaks a language older than words, the language of fear. And as you stare at the painting, a question begins to form. Whose nightmare are we witnessing? The woman's, Fuseli's, or our own? Maybe the answer is simple: everyone's. Because everyone has felt that weight in the dark. Everyone has sensed a presence in the room. Everyone has woken up unable to move, unable to breathe, unable to scream. The nightmare is not just a painting, it is a mirror, a reminder that the darkest monsters are the ones that live inside us.